So welcome to all of you to the first online video lecture series on electric power system. So the first chapter we will be dealing with is the course overview. So I am Dr. Mithun Mandal and I have a PhD from IIT Roorkee and MTech from NIT Hamirpur. So let's start with the first lecture. So power system course introduction. Power system is the branch of electrical energy where we study in depth for its design, operation, maintenance, and analysis. Generation, transmission, and distribution of electrical energy forms a huge complex system which is termed as electric power system. Power system has contributed to a phenomenal advances to humankind over past centuries. Electric power is somewhat like air we breathe. We think of it only when it is missing. So we can understand that power system has formed a very complex system of generation, transmission and distribution where we want to study the design, operation, maintenance and analysis. So this is a vast ocean subjects and we are going to see the contents. So before that, let us see what are the reference textbooks that we are going to use for this particular subjects. So one of the most important book of power system analysis is one by D.P. Kothari and I.J. Negrath. Second, you can follow Power System Analysis and Design by Duncan Glover, Power System Analysis by John J. Craner, William D. Stevenson, Electric Power System by C.L. Wadhwa, Principle of Power System by V.K. Mehta or Rohit Mehta, Power System Analysis by J.B. Gupta. So these are few of the books, reference textbooks that you can follow for power system. There are other books also available which you can look into it. So let us see the contents which we are going to discuss. So in the first chapter, we are going to see the inductance and resistance of transmission line. So I will be using TL as the short form for transmission line. So inductance and resistance of the transmission line. Chapter 2 will be on capacitance of transmission lines. Chapter 3 will be on power system components and representation. Here the short form PS has been used for power system. Chapter 4 will be on characteristic and performance of transmission line. Chapter 5 will be on load flow studies. Chapter 6 will be on symmetrical fault analysis. Chapter 7 will be on symmetrical components. Chapter 8 will be on unsymmetrical fault analysis. Chapter 9 will be on power system stability. And Chapter 10 will be on power system transients. So this is the overview of the 10 chapters that we are going to cover for this particular course. But before that, we will be having 2 lecture series on the very basic fundamentals that you will be requiring to understand the course, and that we will discuss a little bit later. So let us see the contents one by one. So the first chapter that I said is inductance and resistance of the transmission line. So here the first we will define what is the inductance is all about and how do you calculate to find out the inductance. Next, we will discuss the flux linkage of an isolated current carrying conductor. Then, we will discuss the inductance of a single phase 2-wire line. Then, we will discuss how many types of conductors are there for a transmission line. Then, we will discuss the flux linkage of one conductor in a group of conductors. Inductance of composite conductor lines. Next, we will be having inductance of the 3-phase lines. Then, we will have double circuit 3-phase lines. Next, we will discuss the bundle conductors. Next, we will discuss the resistance and its calculation methods. We will discuss the method of skin and proximity, magnetic field induction. So, after covering chapter 1, the next chapter will be on capacitance of the transmission lines, which covers the electric field of a long straight conductor, potential difference between two conductors of a group of parallel conductors, capacitance of a 2-wire line, capacitance of three-phase line with equilateral spacing, capacitance of a three-phase line with unsymmetrical spacing, effect of earth on transmission line capacitance. Then we will discuss the method of GMD, that is geometric mean distance. Then we'll discuss the bundle conductors and electrostatic induction. So this covers the chapter number 2. Next we will be having the chapter number 3. So in chapter 3 is about power system components and representation, where the first will cover the single phase representation of a balanced three-phase networks. Next we will discuss this one line diagram. Then we will discuss the impedance or reactance diagram. Next we will discuss the PU system, which stands for per unit system. Next we will discuss the complex power, the steady state model of a synchronous machine. Next we will discuss the power transformer from the power system point of view, transmission of electric power, system protection, representation of loads. So this covers the chapter 3. Chapter 4 will be on characteristic and performance of power transmission line. So first we will discuss what is a short transmission line and its characteristic, medium transmission line and its performance, long transmission line and other modeling perspective, equivalent circuit of a long line, interpretation of the long line equations, Ferranti effect, tuned power lines, power flow through a transmission line, methods of voltage control. Next chapter that we have is chapter number 5, that is on load flow studies. First we will discuss the network model formulation, formulation of Y-bus, load flow problem, Gauss-Seidel method, Newton-Raphson method, decoupled load flow studies. So these are the three methods, the Gauss-Seidel, Newton-Raphson and decoupled load flow, that we will discuss under the load flow studies, and then we will compare all the three methods of the load flow. Next chapter we will be discussing is on symmetrical fault analysis. First we will discuss the transients on a transmission line, synchronous machine short circuit on no load condition, short circuit of a loaded synchronous machine, selection of circuit breakers, algorithm for short circuit studies, Z-bus formulation. Z stands for impedance here, so Z-bus formulation. Next chapter will discuss on symmetrical components, chapter number 7, symmetrical component transformation, phase shift in star delta transformers, sequence impedance of transmission line, sequence impedance and sequence network of a power system, sequence impedance and network of a synchronous machine, sequence impedance of transmission line, sequence impedance of transformers, construction of sequence network of power system. Then we will be discussing chapter number 8, that is on unsymmetrical fault analysis. So symmetrical component analysis of unsymmetrical faults, single line to ground fault, that is known as LG fault, line to line fault known as LL fault, double line to ground fault that we say LLG fault, open conductor faults, Z-bus matrix method for unsymmetrical shunt fault analysis. Then chapter 9 we will discuss on power system stability. Under power system stability we are going to discuss the dynamics of a synchronous machine, the power angle equation, node elimination technique, simple systems, steady state stability, transient stability, equal area criterion, numerical solution of swing equation, multi-machine stability, what are the factors that affect the transient stability. The last chapter we will be discussing is power system transients. So here we will cover the types of system transients, traveling waves and surge propagation, generation of over voltages on transmission line, protection of transmission line against lightning, protection of power system equipment against surges, insulation coordination. So that completes the 10 chapters of power system analysis. Next class and the succeeding class, we will discuss the power system fundamentals. That is very important to understand this subject. So lecture 2 will be the first part of the power system fundamentals. Here we will first discuss the sign convention of voltage and the current. How do you represent in terms of the phasor representation for the voltage and the current? Conversion of time domain quantities, that is the voltage and current, into phasors and then drawing the impedance triangle. We'll discuss the various powers: instantaneous, active power, reactive power and complex power. Then we will discuss the relationship between the power quantities. What is power factor and its significance in any electrical network? Then we'll discuss the advantage of reactive power compensation. So this completes the first lecture series, the overview of the electric power system, and the lecture number 2 and lecture number 3 will be the discussing on power system fundamentals that you will be requiring to understand the other 10 units of electric power system. Thank you.